How you doing? You know who is the top 5 dead or alive? D-Block General Jada Kiss. And right now I'm with my cousin Big Reec, baby. Check it out, y'all. What it look like. It's your main man, Fabulous, man. I'm holding it down with
Reec, my brother Reec. The homie Reec, you already know, man. It's Taylor Gang, I die.
Who you with?
Reec.
Yeah. Who you with?
Who you with?
Today we with the man himself. He talking about R&B music. You talking about probably ending up on child support if you bump that album. Yes, sir. We talk about the same person that's all over the billboards, all over those UK charts. This man got more fake pages than Kim Kardashian. That mean they know he popping and they need him online, even if it ain't really him. Calvin Richardson is in the building. Let me hit the hype bell for him. What's up, my guy?
Sir, what's going on, man?
Everything is good. It's great to have you on, man. I appreciate you taking a few to chop it up with us and let our listeners hear all the great things you got going, man. 5 years later.
Indeed, 5 years later, man.
You got a lot of good things going. I love the title, and then I love the single, Ready for the Weekend. So it all kind of ties together. I'm ready for the weekend right now.
I think we all ready for the weekend.
Always, man. You've been touring. You got a great body of work. Of course, people know you from your history in the game, and you just being able to brush up against the legends of R&B and love music, and you doing the same thing yourself. Got songs for Teddy Riley and everybody in between, man. But kind of talk about this album real quick. This 5 years later, obviously. The title is self-explanatory, but tell us about the journey it took to put this thing together and get it out to the people.
Yeah, man. This album, it's been a journey. I've been doing, I got to touring so much, man, off of the last project and the, projects leading up to that. And, it was hard for me to really carve out the time to complete this album, man. So, you know what I'm saying? Ultimately, I had to walk away from a tour. And, I took 6 months and I just, kind of focused on knocking this album out. I hired DeMonte Posey, which is, DeMonte Posey was, the producer behind a lot of Eric Benet's big hits and stuff like that. Him and Eric Benet worked together. When I was signed to Eric Benet, we met. I did a project with Eric called I Am Calvin. And, I got DeMonte. DeMonte basically, he did almost this entire project along with Lorenzo Johnson. But yeah, man, we locked down that time and went in the studio, man, and just, hit it hard, man. And, I'm proud of what the album turned out to be. It's 5 years later, but 5 years, any amount of time should represent growth. You know what I'm saying? From one place in your life to another, man. And so it's all in the music.
Having an album that puts you on the road for 5 years is monumental within itself. Talk to me about that, those experiences on the road and how that helped to shape this new album.
It did, man. You know what I'm saying? I think the most important thing for me when it comes down to recording a project, man, is being a voice for the people. And I connect with the people. I was able to connect with the people out there for those 5 years, man. I'm a people person, man. I heard their likes, I heard their dislikes. I seen them going through pain. I seen them when they was happy. I seen them when they was down. We went through things together, man. You know what I'm saying? Because, I'm really connected to the people in that way, man. So I really wrote about a lot of those things that I had opportunity to speak to people about. And, they was communicating with me via social media and, different aspects of the game. And it's all going to come out in the music, man. So if you listening to this record or any particular song on this record as a fan, man, you know what I'm saying? Chances are I wrote that song about you.
That's it, man. So everybody got to split the publishing. And that's awesome to be able to connect to the people. And I think that's what really makes timeless music. Sometimes we get like real hot singles from people and then we don't really hear about them again, or we don't get those bodies of work. But you come from that era and class of artists that want to give people a roller coaster ride.
Yeah, man. Music should be timeless, man. If you make it today, it should be just as potent 10 years from now. You know what I'm saying? Because, you got people like, a lot of the greats, man, that, you put they stuff on today. It was made 20 years ago, man, and it hit just as today as it did when it first came out. And
I swear I put some Al Green on this morning. I'm getting ready. I wasn't even born when the song dropped. That's how I wasn't even here when the song dropped, but I could still bump it right now, and it's still relevant and everything in between just makes you just feel that music. And I know that's what you end up cooking up.
That's right, man. You know what I'm saying? We age as people, but you know what I'm saying? Music, you know what I'm saying? It should be timeless. It should, you know what I'm saying, transcend that. It never gets old, man, if it's good. You know what I'm saying? I tell people all the time, I make good music for great people, man. That's what
Mhm.
I'm saying.
That's it. That's a great quote. We're gonna put them t-shirts out this week.
Let's get it. Let's go.
How did the single come about?
Man, ready for the weekend. Again, man, I think that we all come from that world, man, where we got to get out there and do what we do. Most of the time, it's clocked by the hours that you put in, you know what I'm saying, to get your reward, get your pay for that, man. And then we look for the time when that clock stops, when you punch that clock, and then you know what I'm saying, you got a few days to yourself. You get to spend it with who you want to spend it with, doing the things that you want to do. You know what I'm saying? And so I think it's a time that there's, a lot of us just live for the weekend, man. We go through the motions to get there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Monday through Friday or whatever. Some of us 7 days a week, man. Some of them miss that moment of the week. Have to work through the weekend. But you know what I'm saying? If we have it our way, man, that's the golden time of the week, man. The weekend.
That's it, man. A lot of people nowadays, they talk about self-care, and part of that is throwing on your favorite song. You sit down, you're relaxing, or you're doing one of your favorite hobbies. What does Calvin Richardson do for self-care? Like, what are you doing, and what kind of music? What's on your playlist?
Well, you know what I'm saying, man. My playlist is so vast, man. I listen to everything. You know, my ears are wide open, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a product of the universe of what's going on out there. I don't shut anything out, man. So, my playlist is whatever I happen to come across, whatever I feel like putting on, man. And, because I'm an artist, you know what I'm saying? I listen. You know what I'm saying? You got to hear everybody, man, in order to, you know what I'm saying, to find your way or be who you are. You know what I'm saying? Hear what everybody else got to say, so you'll know what you're not going to say and what you're going to say and what you stand for. You know what I'm saying? Based on, what the position that everybody else is taking, man. So, I just love music, man. I've always been a product of it. Some things I like more than others. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Some I hear and I don't like some things, but it's very rare that I hear something that I hate, man, because, you know what I'm saying, just the freedom of expression, man, and seeing where people come from. You know what I mean?
Definitely know what you mean when you say that, man. Right now, we're in the midst of people needing to use their freedom of expression. And sometimes some of these issues we see coming up, expression might not be able to, something you might be able to not do in the near future, man. When I'm talking about like these elections, not just the presidential, but the local ones too. I want to ask you this, man. What is Calvin Richardson's, what would he say when we talk about the importance of being able to vote and using your voice for something that matters?
Hey, man, you know what I'm saying? I think everyone should value the position they have, being able to vote and have an opinion and an opinion that matters, man. And everybody wants to matter. Everybody wants to be valued as a person, man. But if you don't cast your vote and you don't lift your voice and make your voice known as to what you stand for, man, do you really matter? You know, we all want to matter, man. But we do. Of course we do.
Yeah.
Important, man, to you know what I'm saying, to make a difference, be a part of the way things are, man, so we don't just have to accept the way things are. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I love it, man. I love when artists like really give some real insight on stuff like that, man. So we appreciate that. And I do have a trick question right here, man. You could pick 4 people to go on tour with, because you just came off a 5-year run. You gave us this studio album. Now this is gonna probably take you on the road again for 10 years. But if you could do a dream tour, 4 other artists and Calvin Richardson, it could be anybody, whoever you want to pick. Who would it be? Now, keep in mind, this is the tricky part. Y'all shooting a reality show at the same time.
Reality show at the same time. Okay, I do, and it'll be good too. I think I do Beyonce. Okay. I do Kendrick Lamar. I do Casey and Jodeci. Dang, that's 3, right? And I think I do I don't know, Megan Thee Stallion.
Look, he got something for everybody. We like Bill for that. We gotta get Live Nation on the phone. We need to see that popping off right now.
Get it, let's go.
Let's go.
You know what I'm saying? Let's get it. Reality.
Absolutely.
Yes, indeed.
Absolutely, man. Tell me this. If you could say anything to yourself 5 years ago, well, obviously, minus the 6 months, but the 5 years ago to yourself, before you get on the road, what would you go back and tell yourself?
5 years ago, before I get on the road. Oh man, that's a tough one, man. 5 years ago, before I get on the road.
Yeah, before you do that first tour leg, what you telling yourself?
Get some rest, be ready,
Mm-hmm.
because it takes a lot out of you, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, man, by me taking that 6 month off, man, 6 months off, man, I didn't really realize how much I really needed to just sit down, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying, be my whole self again, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you spoke on self-care earlier, man. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't all about it, you know what I'm saying? I know, it's one thing when you get caught up on doing this and you chasing that bag or whatever, man. But you know what I'm saying? You really got to take care of yourself. You got to keep yourself in mind, man. Your well-being, man, and the well-being of your psychological, you know what I'm saying? And the people around you that care about you, man. You know what I mean? That sometimes we have to neglect when we come down to us doing what we got to do. I mean,
Yeah, absolutely, man. So basically, sometimes when you making sure you straight, when you doing you got to make sure you okay too.
that's the word up. You got to make
That's
sure
what's up.
when you're doing you, make sure you're okay too. That's another T-shirt.
There it is. Make sure you check them out. IamCalvinRichardson.com. You can get the album. You can pre-order it. Check everything out, man. That thing in the single is crazy. We already playing it, of course, on Magic. We got a lot of things popping, man, and you are one of those. So, man, we appreciate you being a staple for us and a staple for making sure we have some soul and good music that we can still lock in with.
Sir, I appreciate you, man.
For sure, man. There it is. That's Calvin Richardson, your boy Reec, Magic ATL. We up out of here.
Peace.